I told my narcissistic sister to off herself when she tried to guilt trip me. And I don't regret it at all. I'm 24 and my sister, Christy, is 25. I hated her for a time, but now I just don't care. We were raised in the same house by the same parents but treated completely differently. Christy went to private school, was chauffeured around by our stay-at-home mother, and was given a hefty allowance. I went to public school, rode the public bus, walked everywhere, and never had an allowance. No extended family would say anything about it beyond claiming my parents and sister loved me, that I have to understand that it wasn't their place and that maybe things would be better if I tried harder. I hated them just as much as I hated my parents. Christy mocked me relentlessly growing up. She was the pretty one and the smart one. If I got upset by her mocking, I was told I was being sensitive and that it was sibling love. If I said hurtful things right back, I was grounded because I took it too far. I wasn't allowed to outshine her, I wasn't allowed to have friends. She policed my clothing, and the few nice clothes our aunts and uncles would get me would be replaced with the ugliest clothes I'd ever seen. It would end up in her wardrobe. My parents would back up Christy, saying I couldn't pull it off and that it looks inappropriate when I wore it. The rest of the family, the people who gave me the clothes included, would compliment how good she looked and pretty much validate Christy. I know for a fact that I am and have always been attractive. Even in those ugly outfits, I managed to get asked out on multiple dates and got a boyfriend sophomore year. Said boyfriend knocked up Christy our senior year after cheating on me with her since I got my early admission letter and was neglecting him and the family. She told me the day before my graduation, claiming he was going to marry her and they were in love and it grew from me abandoning them both, blah blah. Our mother was there and because I didn't really react, she thought I was being a good sister and said she was so proud of me. I didn't cry about it. I just packed up my car when everyone was asleep, skipped my graduation and the supposed party that was planned, and I left. My only stop was to the police station where I gave them my info, told them that if I'm reported missing that I'm not, and bluntly said I'm running from an abusive family, was going away to college, and never coming back. Got rid of my phone and everything. Went to school, got a good internship-turned-job, bought the condo I was renting, and had my dream wedding. Christy got in contact with me via Facebook. Her DMs, 2 days worth because I don't really use my Facebook, consisted of her saying I abandoned her when she needed me most, that she's practically a single mom, her husband, my ex, hates her and got with a woman that looks like me, our parents blame her for me leaving and won't help her, and the entire family treats her kid like crap for being the product of an affair. She didn't get into any of the colleges she applied to, and couldn't go to college as a full-time mother. She switched between blaming me for her misfortune and throwing a pity party. While reading, I didn't feel much of anything reading how awful her life turned out. I think I truly just stopped caring, so even karma beating her down didn't give me any joy. Then she both filmed and tagged me in a post that read I feel like I'm drowning and I just need my sister. Why won't you respond? Why did you leave me when I needed you the most? Please, I'm in such a bad place. If you don't help, I'll just end it all. I replied via comment and DM, go ahead and off yourself. I'm not helping you and frankly don't care. You stopped being my sister the day you gave me bleach as a gift, and blocked her shortly after. The logical part of me is telling me that was wrong, but I just can't bring myself to care enough to feel guilty. If something happens to her, I still don't think I'll care. This is contrary to what her family and friends think, all people I've blocked without bothering to read their messages.